Hi, let's talk about headlines. I have a question. Remember the last time you held a newspaper or magazine? Did you read it from beginning to end? Chances are you didn't. What you and I and the majority of people do is skimming through headlines and decide what to read. This is also true on the internet when you open a news website, when you're on a blog and thinking which article to read among many. The headline that grabs our attention has done its job, to make us read the rest of the article or copy. And this is the ultimate purpose of a headline, to grab attention, to intrigue us, make us read what follows. It is not to sell or confuse or amuse or even mislead. This is a terrible mistake a lot of marketers make. They think by using a misleading title, they would get more clicks, which is true in many cases, but at the end, their conversion rate is terrible because prospects are severely disappointed. The general purpose of a headline is to grab our attention and to make us read what follows. This might be a subhead, if there is one, or it might be the body copy. Therefore, the headline of your blog post, ebook, online course, subject line for an email, headline on your squeeze page, sales page, even social media has to be extremely powerful, well written, and attention-grabbing. Headlines are immensely important because if you don't master them, your marketing efforts may go in vain, which is a huge loss of money, time, and other resources. Just listen to what the famous David Ogilvy said. On the average, 5 times as many people read the headlines as read the body copy. It is not by chance. Headline writers are among the highest paid writers at magazines and newspapers. Some famous copywriters say that they invest more time on writing a title than on writing the actual body copy. A quote from the book Scientific Advertising states, "It is not uncommon for a change in headlines to multiply returns from 5 or 10 times over. That's a big deal." Let's look at some successful headlines that accounted for millions of dollars generated in sales. The first one, How to Win Friends and Influence People. This book has sold 15 million copies all over the world, one of the best-selling books of all time. The creator of the headline and all subheads of the book is Victor Schwab. I hope I don't mispronounce. Not only did he use this title for the book, but also for the ads he ran. And all of that with great success. A good old how-to headline. The first thing that comes to mind when I read the headline, yes, I want to know how to make more friends. I want to know how to positively influence people. If you're stuck for ideas, an old, tried and tested formula is how-to headline. Moreover, you can use the how-to style for your subheads and bullet points in your body copy. Of course, later in the course, we're going to be talking about headline styles and formulas that you can use. Next, a really famous ad by David Ogilvy. At 60 miles an hour, the loudest noise in this new Rolls-Royce comes from the electric clock. What can I say? This headline is brilliant. As you can guess, the headline suggests that this new Rolls-Royce works quietly, which we somehow connect with quality. Higher perceived value. People would pay extra bucks for that quality. This is my analysis and how I interpret the headline. Of course, I've read the rest of the ad, and you will have a chance to read it later, as I will show you. I will provide you with some links and resources. Another headline that ran for decades is this. Do you make these mistakes in English? We have a question-style headline, a lot of curiosity inside. Do I make these mistakes in English? Well, I don't know yet. I have to read what's coming next to find out. I want to draw your attention to the word these, because this is the word that loads the headline with curiosity. If we remove it, do you make mistakes in English? That would be too generic and it wouldn't have even close results in comparison to the original headline. Now let's see two from the famous Gary Halbert. He called himself the Prince of Print, and when it comes to copywriting, he was one of the best out there. How to make maximum money in minimum time. Well, if you're someone interested in making money, this headline would grab definitely your attention. By the way, that's the headline of his book. People want results fast. In many cases, they want them immediately, especially with money. I need money now, not after 10 years. See, even a carefully crafted how-to style headline can be quite effective. The next one. The amazing direct mail secret of a desperate nerd from Ohio. This one is quite famous as well. Just see how many power words he put in the headline. Amazing, secret, desperate nerd. We'll be talking about power words, how and why to use them in your headlines. There are many more famous and successful headlines. I just picked 5 as examples, but I'll provide you with plenty of headlines to analyze and learn from. My task for this course is to teach you how to write killer headlines. To become expert, you will have to do 3 things. To write a lot of headlines, to read a lot of already successful headlines because this will stimulate your productivity, creativity, and ideas, and finally to test headlines for important projects. We'll be talking about testing methods as well. Okay, let's recap. The core purpose of a headline is to grab our attention, to make the prospect read what follows. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next lecture.